I'm making a video to talk about racial projects, and I thought, oh, do I know any racial projects? And I thought, hey, I know one. I know one exactly. So I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm just going to tell you what is assigned by class and not assigned by class. By that, I mean there was no course telling me to do it. And I'm going to do it both for my ceramics and my paintings. So I'll start from here because I like ceramics way better and the paintings later. So, not assigned. Not assigned. Not assigned. Kind of assigned. Because it was first not assigned, then I just put in this one of the signed documents. Assigned. 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 Not assigned. All four of them, not assigned. Assigned. Not assigned, both of them. Assigned. Assigned. And you get the pattern. All of this, oh no, this assigned. Not assigned, all of that. And then this one. Kind of get the pattern? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. All three assigned. Although most people will not put that much work into it, but nevertheless, assigned. That one, not assigned. That one, not assigned. This one, assigned. And yeah. Now let's go to my paintings because I did say the next thing was that. So you could probably tell the pattern of these and think what is assigned and not assigned. Like this one, assigned. That one, assigned. This one, assigned. These two. And you could tell what's not assigned. Or maybe you can't. Well, obviously that one is not assigned. That one clearly is assigned. That one also is clearly assigned. This one definitely is not assigned. Neither is that one. Neither is this 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 one. That's definitely not assigned. That's definitely not assigned. That will never be assigned. That's horribly never going to be assigned. That's probably not going to be assigned. Never. And I only do acrylics, not oil, because oil's toxic. Assigned. 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 Not assigned. Not assigned. Not assigned. I forgot. I already said that one. Assigned. No, not assigned. Sorry, that's not assigned. And assigned. Not assigned. And definitely not assigned. And that one, definitely not assigned. Yeah. Can you get the pattern here? There's structure to the ones that are assigned. All of them. I'm not sure if there is a racial project or racial... I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a racial project, but I'm not sure if... how they articulate this. The standards are, you know... more or less looking for perfection. Like for example, these two. This was assigned. This broken piece of shit is not assigned. Oh, that's given to me by the teacher just because I did a really great job in ceramics. Here, assigned. Yeah, I traded a piece for one of my pieces for his piece, which was weird. I think he wanted me to pursue this and look toward the future on what I can do, but nevertheless, that looks like perfection, doesn't it? And you can kind of see where I'm going at. The face, like a old troll, it looks like a design. It looks like it's cool and all, but has some elements of perfectionism in it. Over here, perfectionism. Even though it's destroyed and has some wooden types, still looking for perfection, nonetheless. And what mine makes is more, you know, unperfect, destroyed, and has age and elements to it, obviously, but the ones that are signed really don't have that. Neither does most of my paintings because I was taught, I don't know why, I don't choose to do that. But then again, this one's the one that looks most like an Asian piece, Everything else looks like a Western piece mostly, except for some highlights over here and there. You can still tell that some of them are more like the Western culture. But for my painting, it's really hard to tell sometimes, which is why I like Wabi Sabi. What Wabi Sabi is if you search it up, you can look at Wabi Sabi ceramics, and they're just basically broken potteries you refix. I don't do that because I mean I do that sometimes. This is definitely Wabi Sabi over here, this broken piece over here. But in Western culture, that's really not what we're looking for, unless you're looking for something old and rustic. Anyway, now I'm going to talk about the Pacific styles that make this more Western and more perfectionism. I mean, there's a lot of things in modern art that looks like crazy nonsense, but I'm not going to go into that. Alright, so this part over here, if you look over here, actually, I'll tell you right now, first of all, that a lot of these ideas in ceramic came from books, but I don't remember the books, so don't even try to ask me, because I believe this was about some kind of abusive relationship. Was it Metamorphosis? No, this was Kate. This was The Dollhouse. It is a famous play that you can read. So it was abusive. The man had masculine and something like that, and then this is a pimp, right? Was that really that one? No, I get these books mixed up. There's a specific book where there's a pimp in it. No, it was definitely Metamorphosis. No. My book. I don't know. Oh, I seriously forgot the book. Man, my brain is going crazy. Let me think about a minute. Oh my god, my brain's not working right now. I know this book. Come on. Well, I forgot about that book. But this also was from a book. I think it was Awakening. I believe. I hope I'm correct. Yeah. And this also was not from the book. I think that was not from the book. But you get the general gist of it. Some of these stuff are inspired by books I read. Anyway, this was also, I believe, I don't remember which one. I think it was like a crazy dictator. Yeah, it was a crazy. It wasn't 1986 or 76 or something. Yeah, I think that was it. We were reading that in class, and I think, we read it in class a long time ago, and I thought of this, I think, and this is what came up to it. One about total domination and idea, but that's neither there or there here. As you can see, there's perfectionism and there's some Western looks to it. Definitely more Western looks than something else I made. Over here, more Asian-y type of make. And to be funny enough, this was my mom's favorite out of all of these ceramics I made so far, which is quite amusing because I wasted, I mean, not wasted, but I used so much time on these Western ones for the assignments, which outweigh any time I spent with the other ones, which not sad, but interesting enough. I think I talked about Wabi Sabi and the idea of destruction, which is quite interesting because there is a specific type of that in the Western world and Eastern world. For the Western world, we call it antiques, like old stuff that are breaking down so now it's valuable. Wabi Sabi is saying that you should break it down early as artworks and then refix it and rebuild it, and more practical reasoning like that. Interesting take. I mean, there's not much to say than this is perfectionism, which I don't like the color because it's honestly black, and this was just a weird, bizarre galaxy, which is why I don't talk a lot about this. I tend to just hide this away. Yeah, tend to hide this away, and kind of interesting. And then there's the Mickey Mouse portrayal that I will talk about as soon as I turn off. Actually, we also have to talk about perfection of body types. So if you look over here, there's still perfection of body types, which I guess I couldn't get rid of. But to be fair, I didn't try to get rid of it. Arms. So this was like, I mean, Honestly, I love the Mickey Mouse the best. It looks like the amalgamation of all of the corporation of Disney's and their disgusting motives and their faulty, hypocritical value system. They're stupid and their idiotic foolishness. But you know, I won't talk more about them. Anyway, I guess at this point this has been show and tell instead of talking more about the racial project. But I think I talked about racial project. Basically, what the design is mostly Western and perfectionism looking for, or trying to rebuild trying to make a mystique rustic look, which is fine in some regards, and sometimes not. At this point, I don't know what else to say. Then I guess I'm done. Works. There's only one that's really Asian-y, as I said. Okay, and now I'm done. This is the process of making an art. It looks like crap at the start. It's because I I don't know what I'm doing right now. I haven't had an idea what to make, so yeah.